Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a foundation. It is brand new to me. I'm really excited because it's quite rare for me to share with you a foundation, because my holy grail of course is the Loreal Infallible Matte Foundation in Natural Rose. So before I get into that, I just want to thank every single one of you actually for subscribing to my channel. I have now reached over 9,000 subscribers, and of course I couldn't have done that without you. My goal is 10,000 subscribers, and I can see now that it is so achievable for me. Way back when I first started, I was so surprised that anybody watched my channel, let alone getting to over 9,000 subscribers. And you know, like I say, I set my goal 10,000 and I'm nearly there, and I'm so grateful and thankful to each and every one of you. It means so much to me, more than you'll ever know, because I love sharing the products with you. I love sourcing the products. As you know, I've gone all the way to Liverpool, which is one side of the country where I live in Norfolk, all the way over to the other side. And you know, I wanted to pick up a palette to share with you. So you know, what I'm trying to say, I suppose, is that I go to great lengths to pick up the products that I share with you, because I love YouTube so much, and I love sharing everything with you. And I also love the fact that you've subscribed, and I love the fact that you comment every single day. I love it so much. Also, I just wanted to do a little bit of a mention. I wanted to mention today what my channel is about if you are brand new. I'm not going to talk too much, so obviously don't worry, I'll be onto the foundation very soon, but I just wanted to mention that my channel is dedicated to achievable makeup looks. I do have a number of followers that are either brand new to makeup or getting back into makeup, and I like to, in fact actually the makeup that I share with you is makeup that I wear every single day. So the look that I'm wearing today is what I will, you know, I've chosen to create today, and I will wear it out and about. It is the makeup that I love to wear. So I suppose my looks are achievable, and I want you to be able to recreate the looks if you are interested in any of the makeup that I'm sharing with you. So I suppose my channel is dedicated to achievable makeup. That is what I wanted to share with you today. And I'd really love your feedback on that as well. Also, I'm going to be trying on or sharing with you blushes and lipstick, because what I've done for you today is I've added my eye makeup, my brows and my concealer. So basically it is from the foundation onwards, I suppose, the face makeup. So without further ado, and I had to mention that too, because I'm so grateful to you all. I really am, and that's why I comment or try and comment on every single comment that I get, because I am so grateful to you. So the foundation that I want to share with you today is from Primark, and it is the PS My Perfect Colour Velvet Finish Foundation. It's a medium to full customizable, I think that says, yeah, coverage, and so customizable coverage and second skin effect, and it has SPF 30, and it looks like this. So you've got a glass container, and it's the dropper foundation. Now I've been after this for a long while, and when I went to Cambridge I could not believe, I wasn't, you know, planning on picking up a foundation at all, but when I came across this I had to get it. I've even contacted Primark to ask them, when are we going to get the foundation, and I don't even think they knew, because they never got back in touch. You get 30 ml of product here, and you get 1 US fluid ounce of product. So I'll just show you the back there. So like I say, it's a glass container. Now I was also really pleased that in Cambridge none of these had been tampered with, so you get one of these, which is it was actually the case with the Estee Lauder foundation dupe, but not with these, so perhaps these have only just been put out. So it's a dropper foundation and it looks like this. So I've only ever tried one other dropper foundation, and it is the Revolution Pro foundation. I loved it, but it just didn't suit my oily skin. I really loved that. I loved the fast base as well. I loved the coverage with that. Loved how it applied, but again, it didn't suit my skin. So this is a velvet finish, so I'm really hopeful that it works. Now I picked up the shade Cool Sand. I don't know if it's going to work for me. I find it very difficult to choose a foundation under the store lights, but I picked up this one. I just hope it works. So this is Cool Sand. So I'm just going to now just give you a little bit of a swatch. So that is Cool Sand, and I'll just do that so you can see what the consistency is as well. So it's looking really, really good. So far, so good. Another thing I like, and I'll just clean my hand with a wipe there. Another thing that I really like is actually about the container itself. If you can see there, that dropper fits perfectly into, there's a little bit of a gap, but it fits perfectly into the bottle. I really like that as well. So I think actually the container looks a lot more than £6. So yeah, I really, really like this so far, and it's quite weighty as well. You know, some products you pick up and you think, wow, that feels cheap, it looks cheap. Not this. It really does look substantial, it feels weighty, and it definitely looks to me more than £6. So let's get a foundation brush, and the one that I'm going to use today is a very inexpensive kabuki brush. I picked this up in a set of about 5, I believe, from eBay. If you just put into or go onto the eBay site and then search foundation kabuki brush, these will appear. You can sometimes get them in other colours. I've also got a pink set, but I mostly use the black on camera because I think these are, you know, what you can definitely pick up. They're only about £4 or £5 for a few brushes, and you can, I believe, pick them up separately as well. And within the set you do get some are rounded, some are like this, so they're tapered. You do get a few shapes as well, so do check those out if you're interested in a new foundation brush. Otherwise, obviously use your favourite foundation brush that you enjoy. Okay, so what I'm going to do is get a little bit of this, and then I'm going to drop it onto I need a little bit more onto the actual brush to start with, and then see how I get on with that. So obviously I've popped my hair back this time, and I hope that I'm not going to mess my brows up, and we'll see how we get on. Now I think the colour is not going to be too bad at all. Let me just have a smell. It also doesn't smell too bad either. You know, sometimes you get these foundations and they actually smell quite chemical, sorry. Just going to put a little bit on my face this time. See how that works. But yeah, it feels nice on the skin as well. It's definitely medium to full, you can see that. Now I'm just going to pop another little bit on the nose. Now I put a little bit too much concealer on, and usually I don't conceal my nose, but obviously I didn't want to waste it, so I put it on my nose this time. I always apply foundation on my nose with a finger, just because I find that works better. If I use the brush on my nose, I generally get brush marks, and we don't want that. So just going to pop a little bit here. So it works really if you pop it on the brush. And I know that in Primark, and I probably should have picked it up actually, they do a brush just like the Revolution Pro one, where you've got the little dip in the top. So it is actually specially designed for the dropper foundation. So I'll probably pick that up next time and tell you how I get on with that. So I'm going to go a little way down my neck as well. So I'm popping a little bit more on. Oops. I really love the colour of it. It's very, very nice, and I also like the finish of it as well. It's got a little bit of glowiness to it, but it's I mean, they did say that it's a velvet finish, so there is a little bit of glowiness to it, but and it is, I mean, I didn't put too much on, obviously. I mean, the L'Oreal one, sometimes I have to put quite a bit of that on. But yeah, that has worked really, really well. Now what I want to do is put the rest of my makeup on and then see how that works over the top. So we'll need to add a little bit of colour into my very monotone face at the moment. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to set it using my Obsessive Contour, and I'm just going in with, I've already set under my eyes with the pink. I'm going in with the yellow this time. This is what I meant when I said that I have nearly gone through this palette, which I have. So I'm just setting the areas that get the most oil on them. And then what I'm going to do is get my fan brush, my NYX fan brush, and I'm going in with the second colour at the bottom, just to start warming up my face. Now it does, I'm just feeling it just to see what it feels like. Now it does feel a little liquidy. With the L'Oreal foundation, it still obviously feels a little bit tacky on the skin, but this does feel a little tacky. I don't know if it's going to dry down a little bit more. I'm not quite sure, but we'll see. So I'm just going to pat on a little bit of that product on the cheek now. Again, to warm it up. If you don't like full coverage foundation, you probably are not going to like this, just because it is quite full coverage. I mean, you saw there that I only put a little bit of the product on. In fact, there was 2 drops to start with, I believe, on the brush. It covered the whole of this area, so a little bit does go a long way, but you know, it is full coverage. So it's certainly not a light coverage foundation. So I'm just blending in this area. So far the products are going on very, very well. I suppose I could set the whole face if I had my loose setting powder, but as yet I'm still thinking about which one to get. And in fact, actually, I'd like to also thank you for all of the recommendations that I've received. So the powder's gone on very, very well. It does take me a little while because I do like everything really, really blended. Now, I've got a little bit of a red rash, which I always get. I do actually suffer from anxiety, so I'm really sorry about that, but I cannot get rid of that, so apologies for that. Okay, so that is my face. In fact, actually, I'm just going to just carve this out a little bit, just because I've gone down a little bit too low. So with my foundation brush, I'm just carving that area out a little bit. Like that. So I'm really pleased with that so far. In fact, actually, I'm just going to see if I can get a little bit more of that banana powder and set that a little bit more here. Okay, now what I want to do is add a blush. Now, because I've gone quite warm on the eyes, in fact, the palette that I've used today for my eyes is the I Heart Makeup Chocolate Orange palette. I'll list obviously everything down below, the shades and so forth that I've used, and I'm going to use my Wilko blush brush, and I'm using the Milani Baked Blush, I only said brush, in Luminoso, so I'm going to use that today as a nice warm blush. Going to give me that peachy glow and carry that look through. Like that. Okay. And now all I need to do is add a lipstick. So I've got two here actually from Revolution Pro. I think I'm going to use the Pro Supreme lipstick in Domineer, which is this one. I don't want to go too deep because my eyes are quite deep. So I'm going to be using that one. Absolutely beautiful, very creamy, love that. Okay, now I'm just going to take my cat ears off, sort my hair out. There we go. So that is the look today. I must admit, I am liking the foundation. I really do like it. I like how it's applied. I love the shade. So Cool Sand has really worked well for me, that shade. Beautiful. I really love how it applied. Didn't need too much product to cover. So it's definitely buildable. Absolutely. So, sorry, I've just missed a bit with the bronzer there. So yeah, overall I'm really pleased with how it applied and how it looks. The only thing that I'm not that keen on, but I think it will work better once I've got the loose setting powder, is that it still feels quite tacky. It's not dried down, but you know, that can be remedied with that setting powder. But overall, I really like how my makeup has gone on over the top. It just works, really does work. So all in all, this is definitely a plus. I really like it. I like the look of it. I like the coverage. I would really like your thoughts now on that one. Have you tried it and what are you thinking? Obviously, I have only just applied it. So I will probably leave it on for 10 hours and see what the wear is like and then add it below for you. But when I film, I always film and upload in the same day. So usually, unless obviously I've got a busy week. But this is being filmed on the Monday, so yeah, later on today I will add my final thoughts, how it wore, you know, did it break up? Is it going to suit my oily skin? Basically, that is what I'm really interested in. Of course, like I mentioned, I would love your thoughts, and of course, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I would really love it if you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so, and of course if you're brand new. But until tomorrow, thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Bye.